Hey everyone, it's Katan, the founder of BossBabeBlog.com. And tonight we're just having some wind down notes. And these are just some messages that I wanted to remind entrepreneurs or dreamers, anyone out there that has a dream that you want to achieve. Because I often see that we allow our obstacles and, all the negative thoughts and negative self talk to make us think that we don't have what we need to grow our business or to pursue our dreams, when in all reality a lot of us have god-given talents, or naturally given talents, whatever you want to call them, that you could be using right now to capitalize on. You could be making income off of that. You can monetize that skill, that passion, that calling, whatever it is. And oftentimes we belittle ourselves because we feel like we have to have it all together, or we have to have tons of funding, or all of the perfect tools, or all the fancy gadgets that might come with that. But in all reality, a lot of the most successful people that I've seen didn't come from having everything all together in the beginning. They came from creating a plan, executing the plan, and staying consistent even when things were rocky, even when they weren't extremely popular. Everybody has to start somewhere. So I just want to remind you that if you are someone out there who's a procrastinator, if you're someone out there that's a overthinker, and you're wondering about if you should, start a business, start your project, that you have everything that you need. The only thing that you may want to consider is, what does your lifestyle look like, and what are you willing to commit to? Because if you can only work on your dream once a week, then what you focus on may be different than what someone who can work on their dream 3 times a week would focus on. So you have to be realistic about the plan that you create based off of the amount of time that you're willing and able to commit to that project, or to commit to those dreams. But what is extremely important is that you don't allow the thought process of you not having everything to stop you from actually starting, because a lot of people never actually start. And when you start things, that's when you start to build momentum. When you stay consistent and have the discipline to see them through, that's when you start to see some results pouring in. And the longer you do that, the more results you're going to see. So it's just really important that you don't allow that mindset to stop you from going. And for anyone out there that's struggling with deciding on if they should start a business or when they should start a business, just keep in mind that if it's linked back to your calling or something that you're passionate about, don't wait too long to start doing the things that you love. For example, for me, I love helping people. I love inspiring people. I love building customized services and products for people. I just love beautifying, people's experiences. So that's my passion. And hosting events, hosting webinars, having services where I get to cater to my clients. These are things that I love to do. So even though I may not have, $1 million for marketing, or $1 million in funding right now, I'm still doing the things that pull me closer and closer to my calling. So I would tell you, don't necessarily feel like you have to jump into it with no plan, but don't wait too long to start doing the things that you are passionate about, just because you think that you don't have everything that you need. Because what you need most is right here, and that's the calling to do whatever it is that you've been called to do out here, in your community, in the world. So I just want to leave that with anybody who's struggling, who's over criticizing themselves, who's having a hard time deciding on if they want to pursue something. Even if you don't pursue, quote unquote, a business, just pursuing your passion, doing things that you love, and doing more research on them and studying your craft. These are things that you can do now, and you don't need $1 million to start. So there's resources everywhere. Just remember that. And if you need any business resources, you can head to bossbabeblog.com. So do that. Let's see. Um, and owns 12K. Owns or O's? Let me know. And yeah, so that's the message that I want to share with everybody. I hope that you all have a wonderful evening. I will be back again. So I'm going to close this live and I'm going to come back. So you can meet me at the next live if you'd like to, Titan. Thanks for joining. Um, Okay. And so, if you guys want to meet me at the next live, we can have another business conversation. We're just doing wind down conversations, and bye bye. Have a great evening or night. We're doing wind down conversations. We're talking about business, entrepreneurship, motivation, just a couple of messages that you might need to hear before you close your eyes. For me as an entrepreneur, what helps me to stay positive and proactive and, productive is filling my head with positive and productive messages and information. So we do have a lot of accountability conversations, but I would also like to have conversations about holding yourself accountable to loving on yourself and holding yourself accountable to going for your dreams and living in your calling. Because at the end of the day, no day is promised. So that'll probably be our next topic for the second wind down video. See you guys in 1 minute. Bye bye.